So I've been asked another question which I felt inspired to respond to. And that is from a young man who had a fairly, I would say, intense spiritual awakening. And he has a lot of questions to ask. And one of those questions, he's watched some of the videos, he said, but one of the questions he asked is, well, you said that seeking has ended, but do you actually have any spiritual practices? What do they look like for you? So I said I would respond on here, and this is the response. So I do pray a lot for the well-being of humanity. I pray for other people. I pray for healing. Um, I pray for whatever I feel inspired and called to pray for, usually to help world events and to help friends, family members, and people, that I've never met. So that's fairly ongoing. I still repeat the mantra I was given by the great being who gave me initiation in 1989. And for those of you who may not know the story, that mantra that he gave me is Om Namah Shivaya. Om is the primordial sound. Namah means I bow to, and Shivaya is supreme consciousness. So, you're repeating, if you repeat it, I bow to the light within me, or I bow to the supreme consciousness within me that I already am. And I will often pray that, quite silently, when I'm in a, very busy space, or if I'm in a situation that is quite challenging. And I'll also repeat that to help initiate other people, and to just kind of stay focused on all of those good things. So that's really an ongoing practice. And I also, for years and years, I've heard the mantra repeating itself inside of me. So it's not like I have to do it mentally. I'm just listening to that repetition within my own being. So prayer, mantra repetition. And then occasionally I will sit and meditate, and as a formal seated practice. But, I do want to just say that I don't meditate looking for something. It's not like I'm meditating to attain a higher state, or I'm meditating to become, more psychic, or have more supernatural gifts, or any of those things. That drive really has finished. And in the same way that I will occasionally sit and meditate, the natural inclination to deepen into the silence within my own being goes on throughout the day. So it's like there's meditation happening all day. Even, if I'm really busy, if I'm working or doing whatever, if I'm out and about, there's just this inclination to just keep diving into the silence within my being, and to speak from that place, and to act from that place, and to see from that place. So those are the main practices. And then, occasionally I'll do intuitive painting or artwork. When I'm inspired, I will write. That's kind of another, I wouldn't say it's a practice, it's just kind of what comes out, so to speak, of its own accord, and it happens when it happens. It's not like I sit and plan, and try and force anything. It just happens in its own way and in its own time. So those are the practices, if you want to call them practices, but they're really, really not practices, because there's no drive in any of those to seek. There's no seeking energy. These are the kind of outcomes and effects of recognizing the self. So I hope that helps. And I would also say, if you are still, seeking, if you're on a path, if you're new, or if in the middle or at the end of that, I would say, just keep naturally doing the practices that speak to you and are authentic to you, rather than trying to sort of force yourself to do things that don't feel natural to you. And even if you only have one practice, that's enough. Even if all you're doing is a simple prayer in the evening, it's enough. Just do whatever feels right for you, and that practice will bring you home. So that's all I have to say for now. Be well. As always, if you feel there's value in what I'm sharing on my channel, please subscribe, let people know. And that's all from me from now. Be well, take it easy, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.